Hi everyone, I'm Jake Feynman from BirdDog here at NAB New York 2022 at our booth. I'd love to show you guys everything that we have new and what we have going on here at BirdDog, the latest and greatest NDI technologies. So let's hop over here. We're gonna kind of do a little walk and talk today. The first and open gear NDI card. So we are able to do 4 4K 60 encodes and 2 4K 60 decodes right in a 2U chassis for ROS integration. It comes with a dashboard grid to be able to be customizable control right inside ROS dashboard. It has SFP Plus for getting those 4K 60 signals right into your NDI network, or vice versa, getting those 4 NDI signals output into SDI right into your production switcher and the rest of your facility. So the first NDI open gear card, which we're really excited about. We also released 2 brand new cameras. So over here we have our BirdDog P120 and our BirdDog P240. So on the top, we can see this amazing Mohawk LED tally light. And on the back over here, we also have a silicone number specifically for the, which camera ID that we're having displayed and whatnot. That is when the tally is activated, that all streams red or green. My favorite thing that we've added on this is if you want to punch in over here, we have a little OLED display, which now will give your IP address, your frame rate, and the camera name of that device. So it's easily accessible and easily findable on that network. We also have a model of the P120, which is a 10x zoom, so that's our P110. Moving forward with BirdDog, our second subset number over here is always going to be the zoom distance. So we have a 20x zoom over here, and we have our 40x zoom on the P240. We also, one of my favorite things as a filmographer is we added a filter threads onto here. So what I love personally doing is adding a black pro mist 1/4 filters, maybe even a glimmer glass, or even just a clear UV for protection on that camera, because we want to protect our PTZs whenever we can. So I love adding that to add some highlight diffusion, some bloom, anything to do that we can enhance the image quality of our cameras. I can't believe we have this here, but we have a BirdDog pod. So this is the world's first NDI to USB UVC webcam. So on the top here are 4 touch-sensitive buttons that light up when it's PoE enabled for switching those sources that you have subscribed to it. It is all API controllable too, so you can have this hidden away or have it right on the top to go right into your Zoom, Teams, WebEx meetings, ready to go without having to install NDI tools on the laptop or the computer that it's plugged into. So absolutely fantastic for meeting spaces and event spaces where you need to pull in someone's all of your NDI cameras and sources and stream that out to USB. Over here we have some of our cameras. We have our top of the line P4K. So that's our that is a 1-inch Sony sensor. As well as Zeiss glass in there. So we get fantastic bokeh and an amazing image out of that. That also has a filter thread too. So again, adding in that extra production quality on top of it really finalizes that. On the left next to it, we have our A300. That's our outdoor cameras. So that has a 30 times optical zoom. And that one can do a full 360 degrees. So we like to have that one spin right round. Next over here, we have a P400. So this is another 4K camera that we have available to stream NDI in the network. And then to control all those cameras, we have the legendary BirdDog PTZ keyboard. So if I have any of my cameras over here, they'd be able to be subscribed and be able to turn and all that stuff. Let's say you have existing cameras that you need to put onto your NDI network. We have the BirdDog Quad. So this is a 412G SDI encoder or decoder. So you can send your up to 4K 60s up to this out of our SFP Plus cage on the back. Or if you're doing some 1080 productions and maybe you're not doing all 4 channels, you can still use your 1 gig port right into your network. And again, this can has a LED screen on the front, which will display the stream, the IP address, and the name of the unit. We have a bunch of these kind of 4K converters as well. Between this quad, we have a HDMI version, single channel, and a single channel for SDI. Now, my favorite thing, which is what's displaying on this TV over here, is we're using the BirdDog Plays, which are now shipping. So you should be able to get that from Broadfield very, very soon. What this is an NDI decoder. So we're going NDI in via Ethernet. We have HDMI out for going into the display. Please note, this one is not PoE enabled. So what we're using there is a USB-C that's plugged into the back of the display, which nowadays most displays are using USB outputs on there. So that's where we power that unit. And my favorite thing on the back is a magnet. So when I have a commercial display with some steel or some metal backings, I can just attach this right over to my unit and it's ready to go. Plug and play. What else do we got over here? Very exciting news. So we've been developing on Apple Silicon lately. So over here we have BirdDog Multiview. So Multiview is now running on Apple Silicon. So we get to take advantage of the GPU and the CPU usage of the new Apple Silicon chips. Over here, I have a multi-view outputs NDI. So we can create our multi-views and then stream that out as NDI. So if I make this full screen, over here I have my 6 camera sources that I have here at the show, as well as a couple looped videos that I have from Central 2.0, which is one of my favorite software applications that we're releasing. Let's see. Additionally, so before we jump into, let's jump into BirdDog Cloud. Over here in BirdDog Cloud, this is where we will send and receive our NDI sources anywhere in the world. So BirdDog Cloud is your NDI gateway to the world, whether we're using NDI to SRT, NDI with JPEG XS, or going NDI to WebRTC via turn server that we can provide, or one that you can spin up yourself. You can stream that content anywhere it needs to go. So whether that go to other BirdDog Cloud endpoints, so that would be to set up to, let's say, 2 remote studios. Let's say you have your 3 cameras at one location and you have your production control room on another. You can have your PTZ keyboard on one end and your cameras on the other. Create a link between those 2 and then have instantaneous control. Very, very happy that we're unleashed Cloud 3.0 and the amazing workflows that enables. The last software that I want to talk about today is BirdDog Central 2.0. So this is how we're routing our NDI sources around a local facility. So on this left-hand side, I have all of my NDI sources, whether they're BirdDog NDIs, whether they're Premiere output, Avid outputs, any other NDI manufacturer. those will show up as sources on my left-hand side, and I can send those to any of my BirdDog decoders. So like the play that we have streaming out to a bunch of the displays over here, I created a subscription to push that NDI feed to that space. More things about Central 2.0. We have an NDI virtual router as well. So inside here, you'll be able to get instantaneous switching between any of your NDI sources right through the web browser. This creates a new NDI stream on your network. And my favorite, it's all API controllable. So you can use a Stream Deck with Companion or regularly to send those commands to issue the switching that's needed. Two more modules inside Central 2.0. We have a generator. So this takes our existing MP4 video files. We flip those into NDI Speed HQ ahead of time, and then now that that is already converted, we have that available to stream on the network. So that's what I'm using to send to these BirdDog plays around our booths to be able to have that looped video. So that's perfect for, let's say your service isn't streaming anymore and you want to kick over to a live looped video. You can pack a ton of videos into playlists, and again, API controllable, so you're able to start, stop, and skip and initiate the loop. The last part of Central, which is one of my favorites, is the retransmitter module. So what this will do, this will take your NDI video source from one location and NDI audio source from another, create a new one, and merge those together. So I love to use that for taking my program audio from my stream and attaching that to my creating a new ISO feed of my cameras that I have on my network. So that way I can have my merged video and my merged audio ready to go. If you have Dante on your network, you can leverage using Dante NDI Bridge by us to flip Dante sources into NDI and then use those for merging into with retransmitter. So if you have some Sennheiser ceiling Dante microphones or any Dante enabled preamps, after we flip those into NDI, those are now could be merged onto any of our NDI sources. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys. Really appreciate it, and hope to see you guys soon. Take care.